Chapo were taken into custody in El Paso, Texas yesterday.
A ruling just in from Nebraska in a lawsuit brought by the ACLU. The state Supreme Court has upheld a law restricting access to medical care for transgender youth and abortion. The ACLU argued legislative bills have to stick to a single
The following
subject.
is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
It's time for the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament, which is brought to you by Trips Flooring, Van Meter 9 and the Sycamore at Stonebridge, Queen Dental, Reed's Distributor, Tobin's Country Catering, TRG Services, Valley Health, Hagerstown Ford, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Chevy and Toyota dealerships of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Cody's Auto Body, Parsons Ford, the Mansion Freddie Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Orsini's Home Store, Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, Mother Shuckers, the Skinner Law Firm, the Mirius Group, Rocks, and the Palace Lounge. Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good morning from P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Apologies for those just tuning in. We're just getting started and the game is already underway right now in the top of the first between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. Wheeling Post 1 up the bat with one out and a 2-2 count to Billick, who's the second batter in the lineup for Wheeling Post 1, as the pitcher Uriah Cutter on the mound with the pitch for Potomac Valley gets Billick down swinging for out number 2. Top of the first is brought to you by WVU Medicine, as this game's on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube for us, and also with it being Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball, this is also being streamed on the Ohio Valley Sports Online. Is now batting for Post 1 is Murray, and the first pitch he sees from Cutter is strike one. Colin McLaughlin here as Murray sends this one to left center field. J.J. Charlton, the center fielder, looks up, will make the catch, and 3 up, 3 down goes Post 1 in the top of the first inning. So we'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll go to the bottom of the first. I'll get you the starting lineups for both teams when we come back. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park as we're headed to the bottom of the first inning, which is presented by Generations Restaurant and Pub. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop. This is game 1 of 4 games today here in the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Potomac Valley Post 64 up to bat here in the bottom of the first. Leading off for them will be the catcher in Broadwater. Batting second is Jacobs. Third is Lynch. Fourth is Row Truck. Fifth is Charlton. Sixth is Neving. Seventh is Davis. 8 is Arnold. And batting ninth is Har. So the first pitch from Wheeling Post 1's pitcher, Quinn Jameson, is taken by Broadwater for strike one. Jameson sets the 0-1 pitch to Broadwater. Fastball that's a swing and a miss for strike two. Defensively for Wheeling Post 1, you have Dylan Wilson behind the plate doing the catching. First base, it's Rocco DiGiandomenico. Second base, Preston Cole. Third base, Jackson Murray. Third base, Andrew Skadra, as the 0-2 from Jameson misses outside to Broadwater for a ball, making count 1 and 2. And then in the outfield from left to right, it goes Jared Marsh, Alex Taylor, and Braxton Billick for Wheeling Post 1. 1-2 pitch fouled off to the right side by Broadwater, keeping the count at 1 and 2. For Potomac Valley, they're in the camo uniforms with the Stars and Stripes font filling for the cursive letters on the front and then the numbers on the back, as Broadwater sends this one foul down the left field side and out of play. For Wheeling Post 1, they are in the blue uniforms with the gold letters and numbers, as another one, this time grounded into the third base dugout, foul by Broadwater as he continues to fight here in this leadoff spot in the bottom of the first. Jameson sets on the mound. Wind up in the 1-2 pitch to Broadwater. Misses high for ball two. Jameson sets again now. Twirls the baseball in this hand, and the 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss for out number one. So one down in the bottom of the first, and now batting for Potomac Valley, post 64, will be the shortstop, Blake Jacobs. Jacobs, another righty, stepping up for Potomac Valley. And this pitch inside, taken by Jacobs for ball one. Potomac Valley 16-14 overall, 0-1 here in the state tournament, as yesterday they lost 1-0. This pitch misses outside Jacobs from Jameson for ball two. That was a 1-0 loss to Bridgeport post 68 in game one yesterday, which was the only game to go extra innings. This pitch, a strike on the 2-0 to Jacobs, making the count 2-1. Wheeling Post 1 fell to Charleston Post 65 yesterday by a final score of 6-3. 2-1 misses for ball three. It's Jameson now. 3-1 delivery to Jacobs. He hits this one high into shallow right field down the first baseline. Losing it was the first baseman, DiGiandomenico, but backing him up is the second baseman, Preston Cole, and he'll make the catch right on that first baseline in between the turf and the grass, splitting for out number two.
Batting third for Potomac Valley, number 11.
And that'll bring up Cam Lynch, a left fielder, batting third for Potomac Valley. Jameson's first pitch to Lynch catches the outside part of the plate and called strike one. Lynch steps back in. The 0-1 from Jameson. Breaking ball that kind of looked like slipped out of the hands of Jameson and stays high. Didn't break back into the strike zone, so count now 1-1. He gets the baseball back from his catcher, Wilson. 1-1 pitch in the turf for ball two. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the first. We're scoreless between post 1 and post 64. This pitch just below the knees to Lynch. That's ball 3. Count 3-1 with 2 outs. Jameson sets. 3-1 is a swing, and that's a grounder right back up the middle by Cam Lynch. That's a 2-out single for him, first hit of the day. That'll bring up Logan Rowtruck.
Batting cleanup for Potomac Valley, third baseman,
Road truck taking his time before stepping up with the runner at first now. Jamison, the righty, looks over his shoulder at the runner, taking his lead, and Lynch, the first pitch, misses low to Road Truck for a ball. A 1-0 count to Road Truck. He's ready for the next one here from Quinn Jamison. That pitch just outside. It's a 2-0 count to Road Truck. Lynch again takes his lead over at first. Jamison sets. 2-0 pitch to Road Truck. And that is a two-hopper in between shortstop and third. In the left field, it rolls. So back-to-back singles now for Potomac Valley post 64, trying to spark a two-out rally in the bottom of the first. Now batting for Potomac Valley will be J.J. Charlton.
Number 2, center fielder J.J. Charlton.
Charlton waiting for the catcher Dylan Wilson to come back behind to home plate as he went out for a brief visit with his pitcher, Quinn Jamison. Jamison sets. Runners at first and second take their leads for Potomac Valley. Pitch to Charlton is fouled over the net on the right side for strike one. First pitch was sponsored by the Glessner Group for Ohio Valley Sports Online. No balls, one strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second for Potomac Valley. This pitch, a breaking ball taken by Charlton. That's strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. When Jamison, 1 strike away from getting out of this unscathed here in the bottom of the first. Goes with a breaking ball, trying to get Charlton to chase outside, but he holds the bat back. It's the count now 1-2. Charlton steps back in the right-handed batter's box. Jamison looks at the runner at second and Lynch. And again goes outside. This one skips off Dylan Wilson's glove. He'll fire it to third. It almost sails over Andrew Skadra. He had to step off the bag, leap into the air to bring that one down before it would have most likely sailed into left. So now the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You have Lynch over at third. Logan Road Trucks at second base with 2 outs. Jamison sets. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Charlton. And that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. Charlton goes down looking to end the bottom of the first. That strikeout sponsored by the Zambito Flooring America. So 2 runners left stranded in scoring position for Potomac Valley in the bottom of the first. After 1, it's Wheeling Post 1-0. Potomac Valley Post 64-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is the state championship for West Virginia American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This live stream broadcast is proudly sponsored by Pathway Growth Partners LLC. Pathway Growth Partners offer financial and investment services. They are located at 300 Howard Street in Bridgeport. Give them a call at 740-738-3200 to set up a consultation. Pathways Growth Partners is a proud Wheeling Post 1 American Legion baseball sponsor.
My family wants you to know when you purchase a vehicle from us, it's more than just acquiring a new vehicle. You're gaining a partner genuinely invested in your experience and long-term happiness. You're not just a number to us. You become part of our family with a lasting relationship that extends well beyond the showroom.
This live-streamed broadcast is being brought to you by the fine folks at Technicap. Technicap Group develops and manufactures highly functional, attractive, and reliable metal closures, aluminum bottles, and aerosol cans, enabling worldwide customers to build their brands, to protect the integrity of their products and guarantee the safety of consumers. Technicap is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we head to the top of the second inning, which is brought to you by Technocap. Due up for Wheeling Post 1, 4-5-6 batters, Billings, Skadra, Marsh. First pitch from Cutter is called strike 1 to Billings. Didn't get the lineup for Post 1 in the top of the first since we were already underway when we came live on the air as this pitch popped foul over the first base dugout by Billings, count 0-2. Wheeling Post 1's lineup goes Taylor, Billick, Murray, Billings, Skadra, Marsh, Wilson, Dijon Domenico, and Cole. The 0-2 misses inside from Uriah Cutter, so the count 1-2 to the DH, or Post 1 in Billings. Now the 1-2. This time it hits the inside corner for strike 3. So Billings down looking. Again, strikeouts sponsored by the Zambito Flooring America.
Number 25, third baseman Andrew Skadra.
Now batting is Andrew Skadra, the third baseman with one out, nobody on. Cutter's pitch. High for ball 1 to Skadra. Skadra, another righty for Wheeling Post 1, steps in. 1-0. Slips from Cutter and goes behind Skadra. Count now 2-0. Cutter gets a new baseball and walks his way back up onto the pitcher's mound, steps on the rubber, sets in the 2-0 pitch. This time misses outside. Count now 3-0 to Skadra. Now we'll see from Uriah Cutter on the 3-0. Pitch that misses high, so it's a 4-pitch walk with 1 out. Andrew Skadra will make his way down the baseline. That walk is sponsored by the Zavolta Law Office. 1 out, 1 on at first base for Post 1. 0-0 in the top of the second between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. Now batting for Post 1 is Marsh. He'll swing at the first pitch and send a fly ball opposite field right to the right fielder Neving, and he'll make the catch for an out. So now 2 down with a runner at first. Stepping up now to the plate is the catcher, number 2, Dylan Wilson.
Number 2, the catcher, Dylan Wilson.
Wilson steps over into the right-handed box here against Uriah Cutter. First pitch from Cutter. Wilson thought about swinging. He holds the bat back, and it catches the outside part of the strike zone for strike 1. An 0-1 count now to the catcher and Wilson, runner at first. Cutter's 0-1. Tried to go to the same spot, and he gets it. Count now 0-2. Cutter. 0-2 delivery to Wilson. And Wilson hits this one into left field over the head of the left fielder, and it's going to one-hop off the Orsini sign in left center just to the right of the scoreboard. Trying to score from first base is Skadra. The throw home not in time, and the catcher now in Broadwater will try to go to second to get the hitter and Wilson out, and his throw not inside. So 2 outs, and it's a single. Advancing to second on the throw is Wilson. Now Post 1 leads 1-0 against Post 64 here in the top of the second.
Batting 8, number 9, first baseman Rocco Dijon Domenico.
Now batting Dijon Domenico. Cutter looks at the batter behind him, and Dijon Domenico will ground over to the third baseman Row Truck. His throw to first in time to end the inning. 1 run scores, runner left stranded for Post 1. Now leads Potomac Valley Post 64 1-0. We're headed to the bottom of the second. On the other side of this 1-minute break, this is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Attention Ohio Valley, looking for top-notch facility solutions? Look no further than Liberty Distributors. From packaging to printing, we've got you covered. Need custom solutions? We're your go-to team. Here's why you'll love us. Quality products, our packaging keeps your goods safe and secure. Eco-friendly options, go green with our sustainable solutions. Printing expertise, custom labels, logos, and more. Trust Liberty Distributors to deliver excellence. Visit us at 6015 National Road, call us 800-828-9920, or explore our website today.
This live streamed broadcast is being brought to you by the fine folks at Generations Restaurant and Pub. Show your appreciation by visiting them today at 338 National Road, Wheeling, or order online at generationswhg.com. Generations Restaurant and Pub is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
We welcome you back now. Bottom of the second inning we go, which is presented by the Zavolta Law Office. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop. 1-0. Wheeling Post 1 now leads Potomac Valley Post 64. For Post 64, the 6, 7, 8 batters are due up and netting Davis and Arnold. First pitch from Jamison, squaring to bunt is nothing, and he'll foul it down the first baseline. He'll make his way back, picking up his bat down that first baseline before stepping into the right-handed batter's box. I'll have an 0-1 count. Nothing steps back in against Jamison. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, even up the count at 1 apiece. Jamison sends again. Wind-up kick in the 1-1 pitch to nothing is a breaking ball, and that's lined right to the third baseman, Andrew Skadra, and he'll make the catch while dropping down to a knee. And that's out number 1. Great job there by Skadra to stay focused and keep that one in front of him and at the same time make the catch, as that was a beeline right into the glove. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Now batting is the designated hitter in Davis. First pitch from Jamison to Davis. He'll square to bunts, and he misses it. That's strike 1. Davis steps out of the batter's box, takes a deep breath before stepping back in with the 0-1 count against him now, after that failed bunt attempt. And the 0-1, he'll pop up into shallow right field down the first baseline, and the second baseman, Preston Cole, again will be there to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the second inning.
Number 3, second baseman, Tyson Arnold.
Now batting is Arnold. Jamison, pitch to Arnold. Check swing. And they say it actually was tipped for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Arnold. Then pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the second for Potomac Valley Post 64. Jamison's 0-2 delivery. It's a fastball low for a ball. So count 1 and 2 now to Arnold. Bottom of the lineup right now up for Post 64. Arnold in that 8th spot. He fouls off the 1-2 as Jamison 1 inside. You have Har on deck, and then the top of the lineup in the hole for Post 64. 1-2 pitch from Jamison. That's grounded foul down the third baseline. That keeps the count at 1 and 2. Again, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Wheeling Post 1 leads Potomac Valley Post 64 1-0. 1-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch that stays high to Arnold's. Count 2 and 2. Jamison steps back on the rubber. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Just fouled off by Arnold as that was a fastball that was high Arnold went to swing, stopped the bat about midway through, and the ball just nicked off of it and sailed foul. 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 3, so 3 up, 3 down goes Potomac Valley Post 64 in the bottom of the second. So after 2, it's Wheeling Post 1 leading Potomac Valley Post 64 1-0. We're headed to the third on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We welcome you back. Top of the third inning we go, which is sponsored by Zambito Flooring America. It's Wheeling Post 1 leading Potomac Valley Post 64 by a score of 1-0. 9-1-2 batters due up for Wheeling Post 1 as the first pitch to the ninth batter, and Cole from Uriah Cutter is way outside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch now. It's lined right back up the middle off the pitcher's mound, slowing it down so the shortstop Blake Jacobs can scoop it up, throw it over to first in time for out number 1. Now 1 out. Up to bat will be the center fielder and Taylor for the second time today. Alex Taylor flew out to right field his first time up. It's Cutter's pitch to Taylor. He'll send down the third baseline in left field, and it stays fair. Picking it up is Cam Lynch. It's a double for the leadoff man and Alex Taylor with 1 out. That one just stayed inside fair territory by about a foot or so. That'll bring up Billick for post 1 with the runner in scoring position. Billick struck out swinging his first time up. Pitch from Cutter. Up and in a little bit. That's ball 1. Billick with the hot pink baseball bat. The hot pink batting gloves. He'll slap this one in between first and second. The second baseman on the edge of the turf able to get it, throw over to first, and that's out number 2. As Taylor goes over to third on the play. That looked like it might have had an opportunity to just sneak in between first and second and score the run, as a first baseman, Hunter Harr, kind of playing in and guarding the line as the first pitch from Cutter to Murray misses low for a ball. But great job again by Tyson Arnold, the second baseman, as more kind of a mound visit. Arnold was shifted over a little bit to his left to make sure he protected that 3-4 gap with the first baseman guarding the line. So again, top of the third, it's Wheeling Post 1 leading Potomac Valley Post 64 here in this elimination game. Game 1 on day 2. Score is 1-0. There's 2 outs in the top of the third for Wheeling Post 1, who has a runner right now at third base. A 1-0 count to Murray. Mound visit brought to you by WVU Medicine, as concluded as the 1-0 from Uriah Cutter at the belt of Murray to even up the count at 1-1. Murray flew out to center his first time up as he pops this one up into shallow right field on the 1-1 pitch, and the second baseman Arnold will back up and make that catch to end the inning and strand the runner at third, keeping it a 1-0 lead for Wheeling Post 1 against Potomac Valley Post 64. Post 64 will be up to bat in the bottom of the third on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more. Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more.
The Berkeley County Youth Fair, a summer tradition that everyone looks forward to. Carnival rides, bull riding, truck pulls, and demo derbies. Your favorite fair food. Come support the area youth at livestock competitions and see all of their hard work. Follow us on Facebook or check us out online for the complete 2024 fair schedule. It's the Berkeley County Youth Fair. 8 action-packed days of fun for the whole family. August 3rd through the 10th.
We're here now in the bottom of the third inning for Potomac Valley Post 64. Bottom of the third is sponsored by the Pathway Growth Partners, LLC. 9-1-2 batters up to bat for Potomac Valley as they trail Wheeling Post 1-0. And Har will foul off the first pitch from Jamison to the right for strike one. Jamison's 0-1 pitch. Misses outside to even up the count at 1-1 to Hunter Har. Har, another righty for Potomac Valley. Steps back in the 1-1 pitch from Quinn Jamison. Inside, almost hits Har, but he's able to back up and avoid that one, so the count 2-1. 2-1 pitch, fastball, swing and a miss for strike two. And goes from the off speed that is inside to a fastball just at the knees and got Har to go at it. So the 2-2 pitch from Jamison tries to get Har to chase outside. He does not. So count full now at 3-2 to the 9th spot in the lineup for Potomac Valley. Here comes Jamison's payoff pitch, and Har hits it. It's a fly ball into right field. Making the catch is Braxton Billick for out number one. That'll bring up Noah Broadwater. Broadwater 0 for 1 here in game two. He struck out swinging hard at bat. That had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches in it against Quinn Jamison in the first. I'll look at the first pitch from Jamison this time, and it's called strike one. A 1 pitch from Jamison. Hard ground ball, bobbled by the third baseman Andrew Skadra, and he'll be able to get it, but his throw across the diamond to first sails over the first baseman, Rocco Dijon Domenico. It stays in play, hit the fence over just past the first base dugout, but that throwing error will allow Broadwater to reach first base safely with one out here in the third.
Number 10, Blake Jacobs.
Now Blake Jacobs up the bat for Potomac Valley. First error by either team today. Jacobs squares to bunt. He pulls the bat back as Wheeling Post 1 was ready for the stealing attempt by the catcher Broadwater. The throw from Wilson not in time. Now we have the first base umpire heading over to a runner, shifting positions around with the 3-man umpire, just making sure that Broadwater's okay. He is. No balls, 1 strike to Jacobs. Pitch. That's a grounder right down the first baseline into the glove of Rocco DiGiandomenico. And he'll step on the bag for out number 2. Setting over to third is Broadwater. That'll bring up Cam Lynch.
Number 11, Cam Lynch.
Lynch singled his last time up. Was stranded on third in the first for Potomac Valley, post 64. Now there's 2 outs and a runner on third again. Pitch from Jamison, and that is lined right over the glove of Jackson Murray, who tried to sky up and snag that one. We're now tied at 1-1. So Lynch with his second single today. An RBI single this time. And that'll bring up Logan Rotruck. That probably would have been the best defensive play we've seen if Jackson Murray would have gotten that one. And I know Jordan Cambia of Berkeley Post 14 had a great diving catch in center yesterday, but how high Jackson Murray tried to jump up and get that one, might have had to put just ahead of that. The first pitch from Jamison is called strike 1 to Rotruck. As this one grounded right to the shortstop Murray. He'll underhand toss it to a second baseman, Preston Cole, and he'll step on the second base bag to end the inning. But Potomac Valley post 64 is able to get 1 and tie things up at 1 here against Wheeling post 1 after 3 innings. We're headed to the 4th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
The Glessner Group has everything you need to grow and protect your business with accounting, insurance, financial solutions, and creative services. We'll put you on the path to success. Choose the Glessner Group. The Glessner Group has everything you need to grow and protect your business with accounting, insurance, financial solutions, and creative services. We'll put you on the path to success. Choose the Glessner Group.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Beautiful sunny morning for day 2 of the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Wheeling post 1 and Potomac Valley post 64 tied at 1 here in this elimination game. Top of the 4th is sponsored by Shelley Crake of Fathom Realty. Due up for post 1 is Billings, and he'll pop this one up to the right side of the infield. Second baseman Arnold will make the catch for out number 1. So this is the 4, 5, 6 batters due up. Billings in the 4th spot, already out, which brings up the guy in the 5th spot, Andrew Skadra. Skadra walked on 4 pitches his last time up. The first pitch from Cutter catches the inside part of the plate. Called strike 1. 0-1 count to Skadra. The next pitch. A line right in between shortstop and third into left field. It's a 1-out single for Skadra, who reaches first base for the second time today. That is the 3rd hit of the morning for Wheeling post 1.
Jared Marsh.
Jared Marsh now will come up to bat for Wheeling. Righty steps in against Uriah Cutter. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Cutter I have now at 34 pitches. This will be pitch number 35. He sensed looking over his back shoulder at the runner at first. Is this one outside in the turf? Broadwater keeps it in front of him. Count now to Jared Marsh is 2 balls and no strikes. You have 1 down in the top of the 4th. It's a 1-1 ball game between post 1 and post 64. 2-0 again outside in the opposite batter's box. Count now 3-0 to Marsh. Carter going to take his time here before the 3-0, as those past 2 have been both in that opposite batter's box. As the 3-0 is able to find the strike zone, making the count 3-1. Marsh just looked at that 3-0 all the way. Never budged that bat off his back shoulder. And he'll do so again on the 3-1, which is just above the knees for strike 2. So the count now full to Marsh. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first is Skadra for Wheeling post 1. Payoff pitch from Cutter. That's a soft grounder over to the second baseman. Arnold, who runs in, bobbles it, and can't make the throw because he never brought it all the way into the glove. So an error by the second baseman allows runners now at first and second for Wheeling post 1 with 1 out here in the 4th. So now both teams with 1 error apiece this morning.
Number 2, Dylan Wilson.
It's Dylan Wilson now up to bat. Pitch from Cutter. Breaking ball that breaks in for strike 1. An 0-1 count to Wilson, who singled his last time up. And he hits this one opposite field down the first baseline, and it's fair. He'll head to second. Rounding third and coming home is Skadra. The throw to second in time to get Wilson for out number 2. But Wheeling post 1 is able to score on that one. Make it a 2-1 lead against Potomac Valley post 64. Now runner only at third, and Marsh. His batting is Rocco DiGiandomenico. Good relay there by Jacob Neving, the right fielder, to get that one, as DiGiandomenico skies this to right on the first pitch he sees. Will pop out to the right fielder to end the inning. But Wheeling post 1 is able to retake the lead, making it a 2-1 ball game against Potomac Valley post 64. So we're headed to the bottom of the 4th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Hey there, craving something sweet? Look no further than the Ziegenfelder Company. Irresistible treats, from classic popsicles to novelty ice cream. We've got your cravings covered. Family fun. Share a Ziegenfelder treat with loved ones. It's happiness on a stick. Ziegenfelder Company, where every lick is a little celebration. A proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
This live stream broadcast is proudly sponsored by Realtor Shelley Craig of Fathom Realty. Looking for a new home? Give Shelley a call today, 304-639-1807. Shelley Craig is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball. This live stream broadcast is proudly sponsored by Pathway Growth Partners LLC. Pathway Growth Partners offer financial and investment services. They are located at 300 Howard Street in Bridgeport. Give them a call at 740-738-3200 to set up a consultation. Pathways Growth Partners is a proud Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball sponsor.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the 4th is sponsored by the Glessner Group. Wheeling Post 1 leads Potomac Valley Post 64 2-1 for Potomac Valley. It's the 5-6-7 batters, Charlton, Neving, Davis, due up. Quinn Jameson on the mound right now. 52 pitches.
I beg your pardon, leading off for Potomac Valley.
Charlton stepping up. We have a time called before the first pitch by the home plate umpire. He wasn't ready. So, Quinn Jameson not happy with that one. But here comes the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th. And it's a hit to center field. Alex Taylor underneath it. Makes the catch for out number 1 to retire Tarleton. That brings up Nething. Lined right to the third baseman his last time up. 1 out, nobody on for Potomac Valley post 64. He'll square to bunts, and is the pitch inside from Jamison over the head of Nething, who moved the bunts away and then ducked underneath that pitch. Count 1-0. He'll square to bunt again. It's a fastball that sails outside as Nething again pulls the bat back, so count 2-0. Infield corners coming in, expecting another bunt. The middle infield back. The 2-0. His bat sails into the net over towards the fans. Fortunately, it did not break through the net. Everything's good over there. Just making sure everybody's awake here this morning. Everybody should have their coffee by now here at 10:48. 2-1. He squares to bunt again. He'll foul it over to the right. Count now 2-2. Potomac Valley post 64 going with the small ball approach, trying to get a runner on with 1 out, but not expecting a bunt here with a 2-2 count. The pitch from Jamison. Breaking ball that misses low as the count now runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nething. I'll step back in against Jamison in the payoff pitch. Misses inside, and that's ball 4. So 1 out, base on balls. Bring up Chase Davis, the designated hitter. So Nething will walk his way down the first base line.
Number 25, Chase Davis.
Davis popped out to the second baseman his last time up. I'll step in against Quinn Jamison again here for the second time. Jamison sets. His pitch fouled by Davis, who squared to bunt as the runner was going on the pitch. He'll have to go back. Count now 0-1 to Davis. Wheeling post 1 leads Potomac Valley post 64 here in the bottom of the 4th inning by a score of 2-1. This is a elimination game. Winner survives, loser goes home. Jamison steps off and puts the runner back over at first. No pickoff attempt, though. Jamison taking his time again, looking over his back shoulder at the runner, has a big lead over at first. He's going to throw over to first. Tag not in time from Rocco Dijon Domenico. Sliding back in safely is Nething, head first. He'll retake his lead over at first. 0-1 count to Davis, the designated hitter, up to bat for Potomac Valley. Another pickoff attempt. Again, safe is Nething. Davis steps back in, allowing his teammate over at first to catch his breath after having 2 pickoff attempts. And now again, Quinn Jamison will step off the rubber, and Nething will slide back into first. Mind games right now going on between the pitcher and the runner at first, and we're going to have a mound visit by Wheeling Post 1, which is sponsored by WVU Medicine. It's a 2-1 ball game. They just want to settle Quinn Jamison down a little out on the mound. It's an 0-1 count to Davis. You saw that pitch. He squared to bunt, fouled it. The runner was going on the throw, or on the pitch, excuse me, but had to go back to first because of it being fouled off by Davis. And since then, we haven't seen a pitch. It's just been back and forth, cat and mouse games between Quinn Jamison and base runner at first and Nething. Post 1's mound visit concludes. Everybody goes back to their positions in the field. We'll see if we get any trickery, potentially, or if we get a pitch to Chase Davis. Pitch, and that's a grounder by Davis to the third baseman. Skadra, his throw across the diamond to the first base in time for out number 2. 5-3 fielder's choice allows Neving to head to second. Now batting for Potomac Valley, post 64, will be Tyson Arnold.
Number 3, Tyson Arnold.
Arnold struck out swinging his first time up. Pitch from Jamison outside to Arnold for a ball. 1-0 count. Arnold steps back in. Jamison sets. Looks at the runner behind him. Sends the 1-0 pitch inside. It's jammed. Popped up down the first base line right in front of the first base bag. Rocco Dijon Domenico will make the catch to end the inning. So it remains 2-1. Wheeling Post 1 leads Potomac Valley Post 64 through 4 innings played. We'll be back for the 5th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in July. A WVU recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Stop by to learn why employees who work here thrive here.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you back here as we are headed to the top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for Wheeling Post 1 against Potomac Valley Post 64. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Top of the 5th, sponsored by Vance Printing. So we also have a pitching change. As now pitching is Cam Lynch. First pitch to Cole from Lynch is called a strike. It's an 0-1 count to Cole. It's the 9-1-2 batters due up for Post 1 as this pitch low for a ball. So Cam Lynch moves to the pitcher's mound from left field and in the DH spot. This is grounded by Cole to the to shortstop Blake Jacobs. His throw to first in time for the out. But as I was saying before that, moving into left field in the spot of Cam Lynch, who's now on the pitcher's mound, the designated hitter in Chase Davis.
Number 12, Alex Taylor.
This Taylor now up the bat with 1 out here in the 5th. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Taylor. Taylor 1 for 2 today. He's flown out to right and doubled. Check swing. Did go around, says the home plate umpire, so the count now 1-1 to Taylor. Taylor steps back in against Cam Lynch. Lynch sets. Big kick in the pitch. That's fouled back, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to calculate the final numbers here for Uriah Cutter on the mound for Potomac Valley. Try to get that to you when I can as this 1-2 pitch high for a ball. Timeout called before this one. 2-2 count. 1 out, top of the 5th, nobody on. Looks like we'll have the catcher Noah Broadwater going out to talk with his pitcher Cam Lynch. So for Cutter, 4 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, struck out 1, and walked 1. That's his final numbers for the day as the 2-2 pitch misses to Taylor for ball number 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lynch sets, payoff pitch. That is lined right back up the middle. It's a 1-out single for Taylor. Now batting will be Billick. Taylor now 2 for 3 today.
Number 8, Brandon Billick.
Billick trying to get his first base hit. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a ground out to the second baseman. And he'll make contact with the first pitch. He sees it's in foul territory over off an umbrella of a fan on the first base side. I guess umbrellas protect you from the sun, from the rain, and from baseballs. Strike 1 for Billick. Cam Lynch's pitch. Fastball on the outside edge of the strike zone for strike 2 to Billick. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first here in the top of the 5th. Lynch's pitch misses outside for a ball. It's Wheeling post 1 leading Potomac Valley post 64 by a score of 2-1. This pitch inside, jamming Billick. He's able to make contact, foul that one over the press box and out of play to keep the count at 1-2. Lynch looks over at the runner at first. Now sets on the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. That's hit into right field. Running in is the right fielder Neving. He can't get it, but the runner at first stayed in case it was caught, and the throw from Neving over to second from shallow right field is in time to get the base runner and Taylor for out number 2. So, you have 2 outs now, runner at first. Alex Murray up the bat on the 9-4 fielder's choice, I guess is what that one's ruled as. First pitch from Lynch to Murray is ball 1. 1-0 Loyal for ball 2. 2-0 count to Murray, who's 0 for 2 today. Made contact both times in his at-bats. He flew out to center and popped out to second, and he sends this one into deep left center field, and it's not deep enough. Chase Davis, the left fielder, makes the catch for out number 3. So, it remains 2-1. After 4.5 innings played, we are headed to the bottom half of the 5th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
We welcome you back as we are now in the bottom of the 5th inning which is sponsored by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Pinch hitter for Potomac Valley.
For Potomac Valley, number 8, Alex Miller.
Alex Miller, the pinch hitter for Har. First pitch from Quinn Jameson, his strike one. The 0-1 right down the middle for strike two to begin this bottom of the fifth. So an 0-2 count quickly to Alex Miller. Jameson's 0-2. Big swing and a miss. He got Miller to chase outside, so that's out number one. That'll bring up Noah Broadwater. One out. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Top the order up for the third time today. Pitch from Jameson. And the letters for strike one to Broadwater. Jameson with 4 straight strikes. This one low and away. And that's ball one. A 1-1 count now for Jameson against Broadwater, the batter. 1-1 just misses. That's ball two. Jameson thought he got the outside edge. Home plate umpire said otherwise. Now 2-1 count to Broadwater. 2-1 low for ball three to Broadwater. Broadwater struck out swinging his first time up. Reached on an error his last time up and came home to score the only run for Potomac Valley as the 3-1 low for ball four. So lead off batter in the lineup. Second batter this inning reaches first base on a base on balls, which now will bring up for Potomac Valley Jacobs. Jacobs 0 for 2. Blake Jacobs, he's popped out the second, grounded to first. Looks like before the at-bat, he's going to go over and talk with his third base coach. His third base coach looks like maybe see something with the runner at first or making sure everything's under control with the pitcher. It's a 2-1 ball game, so we'll see what happens here for Potomac Valley if they're aggressive or not. They trail Wheeling Post 1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Jameson sets. Runner goes. Throw from the catcher, Dylan Wilson, just to the left of the shortstop, Jackson Murray. So, Jacobs didn't swing at that one. I believe it's called a strike, it looks like. An 0-1 count. Broadwater now at second base in this one-run ball game with one down. Jameson looks at the runner now behind him. Sends the 0-1. That's in the turf low for a ball to Jacobs, so a 1-1 count. Blake Jacobs steps back in here against Quinn Jameson. Jameson sets. A 1-1 pitch. Runner goes from second to third, and no throw from Dylan Wilson as a great jump there by Noah Broadwater puts him 90 feet away now from tying this ball game. It's a 1-2 count now to Jacobs as that was a breaking ball called a strike. A 1-2 count with one out. Infield comes in. Jameson's pitch. Outside skips off the turf and into the chest protector of Dylan Wilson, but he's able to keep it in front of him. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You have Cam Lynch on deck. He's 2 for 2 today for Potomac Valley with the RBI single. His last time up, which scored Broadwater, who's currently the runner at third. But this is an RBI for Blake Jacobs as he sends the 2-2 pitch right back up the middle underneath the glove of Quinn Jameson, and that ties the ball game at 2 in the bottom of the fifth. Now Cam Lynch is up to bat with the runner at first, and one out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Number 11, Cam Lynch.
Lynch steps up. This pitch fouled by Lynch for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. So this pitch, breaking ball that misses high. Count 1-1. Potomac Valley up the bat. They just tied this game against Wheeling Post 1, 2-2. Lynch pops this one foul over to the right towards the softball field. Count now 1-2 to Cam Lynch. One ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Quinn Jamison will have the batter and Cam Lynch call a time as Jamison taking his time out on the mound. 1-2. Breaking ball that's low. Count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jamison sets. Shakes off the first 2 pitch calls from his catcher, Dylan Wilson. Likes the third one. It's a fastball that's lined into right center field, but making his way over is Braxton Billick. Will make the catch for the out to retire Lynch. Runner and Blake Jacobs goes back to first. Now 2 down. Now batting will be Logan Rotruck for Potomac Valley, post 64.
Number 5, Logan Rotruck.
He'll step in against Quinn Jamison. Jamison looks over his back shoulder. Now sends the pitch, which is high to Rotruck for ball 1. Rotruck has a single, grounded into 6-4 fielder's choice his last time up to end that 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch, runner goes. It's a hit and run situation as that's grounded down the third baseline, and it's foul. So count now 1-1 to Logan Rotruck. Runner at first has to go back. Jamison sets. Jamison's 1-1 pitch to Rotruck. It's just outside, so the count 2 balls and 1 strike. You have 2 outs, 2-2 ball game here in the 5th between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. The 2-2's inside, and that catches a piece of the shoulder of Rotruck. Ouch. That one is going to hurt. If you're ever injured in an accident, give Zavolta Law Office a call. Runners now at first and second. Looks like we're going to have a mound visit, which is brought to you by WVU Medicine. Runners now at first and second with 2 outs. We'll see if this is a pitching change or if they just want to make sure Quinn Jamison's good out there. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10. Dylan Bishop back at the studio. This is game 1 here on day 2. We have 4 games today. The first 2 elimination games. The one following this one between Potomac Valley Post 64 and Wheeling Post 1 is Wellsburg Post 34 taking on Berkeley Post 14. That one scheduled for 1 o'clock. And then at 4 p.m. will be Bridgeport Post 68 taking on Charleston Post 65. The nightcap, 7 p.m., South Charleston Post 94 against Morgantown Post 2.
Number 2, J.J. Charlton.
So J.J. Charlton now up to bat after the mound visit for Wheeling Post 1. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Fastball from Quinn Jamison inside. Charlton swings and misses at it for strike 1. Charlton takes his time before stepping back in. He's 0 for 2 with strikeout looking and a fly out to center his last time up. 0-1 pitch. I'll pop this one foul, out of play. So count 0-2 to Charlton. Potomac Valley has runners at first and second. You have some action in Wheeling Post 1's bullpen now as well. The time called by the home plate umpire. So, get everybody reset here. Good to go with this 0-2 count to Charlton. Pitch. Jamison tried to get Charlton to chase one outside in the opposite batter's box. He did not. So the count, now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jamison sets again here with the 1-2 count to Charlton. This time the pitch is just fouled at the last second by Charlton to stay alive. That one had some movement on it from the inside out. Charlton able to adjust just barely and get a piece of that one. So that keeps the count at 1-2. Jamison looks at the runner behind him and now fires the 1-2 pitch, and that's fouled straight back just below the hole in the net. Almost took out the camera if that would have went through. Count 1-2. Charlton trying to break this 2-2 tie. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off the foot by Charlton. So, he's fouled off the 3rd straight pitch now, keeping the count at 1-2. Quinn Jamison out on the mound still for Wheeling Post 1. Try to get you a pitch count for him when I can. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This pitch outside, breaking ball that misses for ball 2. So the count now 2-2. Charlton takes a few practice cuts before stepping back in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. So J.J. Charlton down with that strikeout, which is sponsored by Zambito Flooring America. 2 runners get left stranded at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. However, Potomac Valley Post 64 is able to score 1 and tie us up at 2-2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. So we're headed to the 6th on the other side of this 1-minute commercial break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This live-streamed broadcast is being brought to you by the fine folks at Generations Restaurant and Pub. Show your appreciation by visiting them today at 338 National Road, Wheeling, or order online at generationswhg.com. Generations Restaurant and Pub is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
My family wants you to know, when you purchase a vehicle from us, it's more than just acquiring a new vehicle. You're gaining a partner genuinely invested in your experience and long-term happiness. You're not just a number to us. You become part of our family with a lasting relationship that extends well beyond the showroom.
This live-streamed broadcast is being brought to you by the fine folks at Technicap. Technicap Group develops and manufactures highly functional, attractive, and reliable metal closures, aluminum bottles, and aerosol cans, enabling worldwide customers to build their brands to protect the integrity of their products and guarantee the safety of consumers. Technicap is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
Welcome back here to the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th is sponsored by Liberty Distributors. Due up for Wheeling Post 1. It's the heart of the lineup, the 4, 5, 6 batters. Billings, Skadra, Marsh. I believe the count 2-0 to Billings. It's Lynch's pitch. Outside for another ball. I believe it's 3-0. Home plate umpire hasn't made a signal, and unfortunately our scoreboard operator has stepped outside. This caught a strike. So count 2-2. Getting some help here. 2-2. Tipped by Billings into the glove of the catcher for strike 3. So Billings is down for out number 1. Which now brings up Andrew Skadra. Skadra walked his first time up, singled his last time up, and are both of Wheeling Post 1's runs. He'll swing through Cam Lynch's breaking ball for strike 1. Quickly step back in the batter's box now against Lynch. Takes a deep breath in the 0-1 pitch. It's popped into right field. Jacob Neving underneath it will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs now in the top of the 6th. Now batting the Marsh for post 1. Jared Marsh flew out to right his first time up and reached base on an error by the second baseman his last time up. I'll try to square around and bunts at this first pitch from Lynch, but ball's underneath it. He'll foul it straight back for strike 1. He's frustrated with himself there. A little bit animated after that one. Chokes up on the bat a little bit here with this 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on. This pitch inside from Lynch. Count now 1-1 to Marsh. Lynch sets for Potomac Valley. This pitch on the outside part of the zone, called strike 2 by the home plate umpire. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Lynch, to Marsh from Lynch. Lynch sets in the 1-2 to Marsh. Tipped back, keeping the count at 1-2. Wilson on deck for Wheeling Post 1. Wheeling as man warming up out in the bullpen as Lynch's 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss from Marsh for strike 3. That strikeout sponsored by Zambito Flooring America as 3 up, 3 down goes Wheeling Post 1 in the top of the 6th. Right at the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Attention Ohio Valley, looking for top-notch facility solutions? Look no further than Liberty Distributors. From packaging to printing, we've got you covered. Need custom solutions? We're your go-to team. Here's why you'll love us. Quality products, our packaging keeps your goods safe and secure. Eco-friendly options, go green with our sustainable solutions. Printing expertise, custom labels, logos, and more. Trust Liberty Distributors to deliver excellence. Visit us at 6015 National Road, call us 800-828-9920, or explore our website today.
Hey there, craving something sweet? Look no further than the Ziegenfelder Company. Irresistible treats. From classic popsicles to novelty ice cream, we've got your cravings covered. Family fun. Share a Ziegenfelder treat with loved ones. It's happiness on a stick. Ziegenfelder Company, where every lick is a little celebration. A proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
We're back here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the 6th inning we go, tied at 2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. Bottom of the 6th, sponsored by the Ziegenfelder Company. 2 up for Potomac Valley Post 64 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 6, 7, 8 batters, Nething, Davis, Arnold. Quinn Jamison at 93 pitches out there for Wheeling Post 1. Pitch number 94 is a fastball high for ball 1 to Nething to begin this bottom of the 6th. 1-0. Fastball fouled off the foot of Nething. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nething lined out to the third baseman his first time up. Last time up, he walked. 1-1 pitch. It's Grounded down the third baseline in fair territory. Snagging it is Skadrow. Long throw across the diamond in time. Is stretching out is the first baseman, Rocco DiGiandomenico. Get that one for out number 1. That'll now bring up Davis, designated hitter.
Number 25, Chase Davis.
Actually, it looks like we have a pinch hitter for Potomac Valley. So pinch hitting will be, looks like, number 7, Mason Kissamore.
This will be Mason Kissamore, number 7.
Kissamore squares the bunt. He pops it up. Diving in is the pitcher, Quinn Jameson, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. I almost said that was going to be the catcher making it because it looked like he was about to sprawl out as well, but Dylan Wilson saw his pitcher charging in on the bunt and allowed him to make the play, and he did just that. So 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 6th. Now Tyson Arnold up the bat. First pitch from Jameson inside to Arnold for ball 1. So 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 ball game between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64 as Jameson's pitch again inside to Arnold for ball 2. Looks like now we have 2 pitchers in the bullpen for Wheeling Post 1. This 2-0 is lined right to the shortstop, Jackson Murray, and he'll catch it before it hits the turf. So 3 up, 3 down goes Potomac Valley Post 64 here in the bottom of the 6th, keeping it tied up at 2 as we're headed to the 7th. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
We welcome you back as we head to the top of the 7th, which is sponsored by Staub Automotive. Due up for Wheeling Post 1, Wilson, DiGiandomenico, and Cole, the 7-8-9 batters in the lineup. First pitch from Cam Lynch, low to Wilson for ball 1 to begin the top of the 7th. We're tied up at 2-2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64 here in this elimination game. 1-0, high for a ball, count 2-0. Lynch, 2-0 pitch. It's called a strike, making the count 2-1. Cam Lynch came in the 5th inning. 2-1. Breaking ball at the knees, called strike 2. He's now at pitch number 33 for him out on the mound. As Wilson calls time to quickly step out of the batter's box. Didn't like how long Lynch was taking out on the mound. He'll step back in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's fastball in the outside corner and called strike 3. Wilson caught looking for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Strikeouts are sponsored by Zambito Flooring America. Now batting is Rocco DiGiandomenico. He's 0 for 2. He lets the first pitch go by. It's at the knees, called strike 1 by the home plate umpire. Lynch sets. 0-1. And that's inside for a ball, so count 1-1 to Dijon Domenico. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third and flew out to right. A 1-1 misses outside from Lynch. Count now 2-1. Rocco Dijon Domenico. One of 2 Roccos on this post 1 team as he grounds this one foul down the third baseline. Before the game, I was talking with the catcher in Wilson for post 1, getting a enunciation for Dijon Domenico's last name as well, and he told me you can call him Rocco Two Hands because he's able to throw the ball with both hands. But on the 2-2, he gets caught looking for a strikeout, looking again. Back-to-back strikeouts by Cam Lynch out on the mound here in the 7th. That's out number 2. Now to bring up Cole.
Number 4, Preston Cole.
Preston Cole up to bat. Pitch from Lynch. Misses inside for a ball. So you have 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th for a Wheeling post 1. It's the 1-0. Fouled straight back by Cole. Even up the count at 1 apiece. Get a new baseball out there for Cam Lynch after the foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. Again fouled by Cole. So count 1-2. Lynch again gets a new baseball. All set on the rubber. Get the call from Sketchno Broadwater and the 1-2. Everybody for Potomac Valley post 64 thought that was strike 3 on the outside corner. The home plate umpire calls it ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one is called strike 3. So, Cam Lynch strikes out the side of Wheeling post 1. All 3 go down looking. It's right at the bottom of the 7th, tied up at 2. Potomac Valley post 64 with an opportunity to walk things off and survive to see day 3. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
We're back as we head to the bottom of the 7th, which is sponsored by your local McDonald's. 2-2 ball game between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. The 9-1-2 batters due up for Potomac Valley with a chance to walk it off. Miller up to bat. They'll foul this one off over to the right and out of play. The first pitch was a ball, so the count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Miller. Miller, his last time up, struck out swinging. He only saw 3 straight strikes as the 1-1 on the inside corner called strike 2 as Miller lets that one go by. So the count 1-2 now to him. 1-2. All right, down the middle, called strike 3. Miller goes down looking for out number 1. That strikeout is sponsored again by Zambito Flooring America. Now that is strikeout number 6 for Quinn Jameson. It's Broadwater up to bat. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. That's pitch number 105 for Jamison. His pitch 106, misses for ball 2. Max is 110, so expect to see a new pitcher here briefly, as this is a hard ground ball straight to the second baseman by Broadwater, and the second baseman Cole will throw over to first for out number 2. So looks like that will be the end for Quinn Jamison as he exits through 6 2/3 innings out on the mound. It'll be Blake Jacobs up to bat after this. We'll see a new pitcher before that. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break for the pitching change. Again, the score 2-2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
We welcome you back now, back at P.O. Faulkner Park. Pitching change for Wheeling Post 1 as Jamison's day is done out on the mound. He went 6 2/3 innings. I'll try to get his final numbers after I get you first. The new pitcher for Wheeling Post 1. I believe it's Ryan Yates out there now. Not 100% sure. I'll wait to try to see a number. Kind of tough to tell. Looks like it's a 16 actually, not a 13.
Blue. Pitcher's number.
So that is number 16.
Thank you.
Ryland Robb. So Robb out there now on the mound. Against Blake Jacobs. Blake Jacobs swings at the first pitch. He grounds it over the shortstop, Jackson Murray, who bobbles it. His throw, though, over to first is just in time, beating Jacobs to the bag to retire the side. Is 3 up, 3 down goes Potomac Valley Post 64 in the bottom of the 7th. And again, we're headed to extras for another Potomac Valley Post 64 game. Game 1 of day 2. 1 minute break. This is West Virginia American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This live streamed broadcast is being brought to you by the fine folks at Generations Restaurant and Pub. Show your appreciation by visiting them today at 338 National Road, Wheeling, or order online at generationswhg.com. Generations Restaurant and Pub is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball.
This live stream broadcast is proudly sponsored by Realtor Shelley Craig of Fathom Realty. Looking for a new home? Give Shelley a call today 304-639-1807. Shelley Craig is a proud sponsor of Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball. This live stream broadcast is proudly sponsored by Pathway Growth Partners LLC. Pathway Growth Partners offer financial and investment services. They are located at 300 Howard Street in Bridgeport. Give them a call at 740-738-3200 to set up a consultation. Pathways Growth Partners is a proud Wheeling Post 1 American Legion Baseball sponsor.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we have free baseball to get to. Extra innings, top of the 8th, as we're tied at 2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. And we have a pitching change for Potomac Valley as well, as Cam Lynch's day on the mound is done. He'll move back over to third base, it looks like. From third base to catcher's spot is Logan Rowtruck. And now pitching for Potomac Valley Post 64 is number 1, Noah Broadwater, who will face the top of the lineup for Wheeling Post 1, Taylor Billick Murray. So, Cam Lynch's day is done out on the mound as the first pitch to Taylor from Broadwater is strike 1. Lynch went 3 innings, giving up no runs and 1 hit, as this is a single into right field by Taylor to lead off this 8th inning. So Taylor is now at first base here in the top of the 8th, which brings up Billick. As I was saying, as this a pickoff attempt over to first, though it can't get there yet. It sailed past the first baseman, and on the throwing error, Taylor goes to second. Looks like we have a new first baseman as well. Got to change that whenever we had the pinch hitter, so Miller over at first. As this one is a strike to Billick. A count 0-1 to Billick against Noah Broadwater. The runner at second, nobody out. The 0-1 called strike 2 on the outside edge. But for Lynch, in the 3 innings he pitched, gave up the 1 hit, no runs. Struck out, it looks like 5 with no walks. As this is fouled down the first base side past the bullpen. Keeping the count at 0-2 for Billick. So, looks like the reason why they took out Cam Lynch, even though it's an elimination game, is in hopes that they can walk it off and keep him for another day, as he ends with 43 pitches. But this is lined right back up the middle by Billick. With nobody out, there's now runners on the corners for Wheeling Post 1. Top of the lineup with back-to-back singles for Post 1 here in the top of the 8th, which now brings up Alex Murray. Murray 0 for 3 today. It's flown out to center, popped out to second, and then flew out to left his last time up. But the infield's in with runners on the corners and nobody out in the top of the 8th. Broadwater's first pitch, fastball right down the middle, and called strike 1 to Murray. Broadwater sets. Runner goes. Pitch is high, but no throw from the catcher, Logan Rowtruck. So taking second base on the catcher's indifference is Billick. So 1-1 count to Murray, and we'll have a mound visit now for Potomac Valley. Mound visits are sponsored by WVU Medicine. Noah Broadwater, the starting catcher, out on the mound now, pitching for Potomac Valley Post 64. The first 2 batters he's seen have both been singles. Both are now in scoring position here in the top of the 8th. First extra inning of this ball game, as we're tied at 2 between Wheeling Post 1 and Potomac Valley Post 64. It's an elimination game, and it looks like we're going to get an intentional walk to load the bases with nobody out. So an interesting strategy here for Potomac Valley, trying to get a force out at any base, but they bring up the designated hitter in the cleanup spot in Billings, as the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0. Check swing. Did not go around, as that's ball 2 to Billings. Billings is 0 for 3 today. He struck out twice, popped out the second, but he is still the designated hitter in the 4 spot. 2-0 outside, and count now 3-0 as some life in the Wheeling dugout having the chatter, getting to the pitcher. Broadwater's the 3-0, not even close. That's ball 4, and that'll walk in a run, giving Wheeling Post 1 a 3-2 lead now here in the top of the 8th inning, keeping the bases loaded with nobody out. Now batting will be Andrew Skadra.
25, Andrew Skadra.
First pitch he sees. Looks like is low for ball 1, as slipping off the mound was Noah Broadwater. Infield is in with nobody out and the bases loaded, as this one runs in and hits Skadra. And that's another free base, making it now 4-2. Looks like Broadwater's going to stay out there. Just have to somehow, some way, find his way through this one.
Number 7, Jared Marsh.
First pitch to Jared Marsh from Broadwater. It's called strike 1. Until Broadwater frustrated out there. And he hits another one. Back-to-back hit by pitches. Another free base with the bases loaded, nobody out. And now, Noah Broadwater's going to be pulled. 3 runs have crossed the plate in the top of the 8th. It's a 5-2 lead for Wheeling Post 1. We'll step aside and take ourselves a 30-second break for the pitching change. This is a West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we have another pitcher for Potomac Valley Post 64 as Noah Broadwater came in to start the 8th and immediately Wheeling Post 1 got to him. They've scored 3 runs so far, have the bases loaded in the top of the 8th as well, and nobody out. They lead now 5-2. Believe now pitching for Potomac Valley is number 10, Blake Jacobs.
Now pitching for Potomac Valley.
So Jacobs moves from shortstop to the pitcher's mound. And going over to shortstop is Broadwater. As Wilson now up to bat. As the first pitch gets past the catcher, Logan Rotruck, from Jacobs. But not far enough as the runners stay put. It's a 1-0 count to Wilson. 1-0. It's the outside part of the plate to even the count up at 1-1 to Wilson. 1-1, fastball low, it misses for ball 2. Two-one count to Wilson. Jacobs sets, 2-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 3, so the count now runs to 3-1 to Wilson. Got nowhere to put him, bases alerted, nobody out in the 3-1. And that is a high foul ball over towards the batting cage to the left. The count now full to Wilson at 3-2. If that one would have stayed fair, that would have cleared the bases. It had the distance. 3-2. Misses outside. It's ball 4. Another free base. And around goes the carousel. Headed the second is Marsh. Wilson went the first on the walk. Skadra goes to third. Billings comes home to score, making it 6-2 now, post one. The pitch outside to Dijon Domenico from Jacobs for ball one. 1-0 count, nobody out, bases loaded. This high at the shoulders, called a strike, evens the count up at 1-1. Dijon Domenico 0 for 3 today. Pitch from Jacobs. Called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. So 1-2 count now. Jacobs tries to settle in a tough position he had to enter for Potomac Valley. A 1-2 pitch. As Dijon Domenico fouls that down the third baseline and at a play to keep the count at 1-2. So that, I think, hit off the concession stand, actually. 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3, and finally an out number 1 for Potomac Valley here in the top of the 8th. So, Dijon Domenico goes 0 for 4. He's now batting is Preston Cole. This pitch outside for a ball to Cole. So that went into the opposite batter's box. 1-0. Right down the middle, and that's a strike. So the count now 1-1 to Cole. Bases loaded, 1 out, 6-2 lead for post 1 against post 64. Jacobs pitch up over the head of the batter and Cole. Count now 2-1. Two-one pitch. And making contact is Cole. It's a fly ball to left field. Caught by Davis. His throw to third doesn't matter, as the sac fly allows the runner from third and Skadra to come home and score. It just keeps the runners at first and second with 2 outs, but the lead is now 7-2 for Wheeling post 1 against Potomac Valley post 64.
Number 12, Alex Taylor.
And this one, Jacobs throws near the head of Taylor, who ducks out of the way. So it's Alex Taylor in the spot of the other Taylor. As now, this pitch a strike. The throw from the catcher trying to pick off the runner at second, not in time. A 1-1 count to Alex Taylor, who swings and misses at this one from Jacobs, as the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second for Wheeling post 1. Runners go, and it's a swing and a miss, drop third strike. Logan Roetruck, the catcher, will tag the batter and Taylor for out number 3. But 5 runs are able to cross the plate for Wheeling post 1 in the top of the 8th. They now lead 7-2 against Potomac Valley post 64. It's right at the bottom of the 8th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here. So we're headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 7-2. Wheeling Post 1 leads Potomac Valley Post 64. Potomac Valley Post 64, it's the 3-4-5 batters due up. Lynch, Row Truck, Charlton.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning, number 11, Cam Lynch.
Rob out on the mound. Trying to keep Wheeling Post 1 alive. His first pitch, fastball, swing and a miss from Lynch for strike 1. An 0-1 count. Rob sets. Dick and the pitch. That misses high for a ball, so the count now even at 1-1. Rob sets again. Gets his pitch from his catcher. Is the 1-1. Fouled by Lynch to the right towards the parking lot and out of play. Count now 1-2. A 1-2 count. Pitch from Ryland Rob to Lynch is softly fouled off by Lynch to stay alive, keeping the count at 1-2. Rob gets a new baseball, sets. Another 1-2 pitch to Lynch. And he'll line this one down for a hit in left center field. Leadoff single in the bottom of the 8th for Potomac Valley Post 64. The third single of the day for Cam Lynch, giving himself a 3-for-4 day. Now batting will be Logan Rotruck.
Logan Rotruck.
And he'll send a fly ball to left center field. Alex Taylor is there. Make the catch for the out. So now Potomac Valley Post 64 is down to its final 2 outs of the tournament.
Number 2, J.J. Charlton.
It's J.J. Charlton up the bat. Rob steps off the mound before this at bat. First pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for Charlton. It's strike 1, says the home plate umpire. Runner at first, 1 out, 7-2 lead. Wheeling Post 1 here against Potomac Valley Post 64 as Rob tries to pick off the runner and Lynch at first. He'll slide back in, safely head first. Rob's 0-1 pitch, grounded foul by Charlton into the net on the left. Count now 0-2. Charlton, who's 0-for-3 today. He struck out twice and flew out to center once. No balls, 2 strikes. And he'll foul another pitch, this time into the third base dugout, keeping the count at 0-2. Charlton steps back in. 1 out, runner at first. Rob's pitch. And that's a grounder to the shortstop. The throw to second for 1. Throw over to first, not in time. So they get the force out at second. For a 6-4 fielder's choice. Now 2 outs with the runner on first. And up the bat is Nothing.
Number 6, Jacob Nothing.
Rob's pitch to Nothing. Caught a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, runner at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Rob tries to get Nothing to chase outside. That one in the turf for a ball. Count 1-1. Nothing steps back in. Rob sets. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wheeling post one strike away from surviving. This one runs in and made contact with something for nothing. It looks like it might have been the knob of the bat, not him, so that's just a foul ball. Keeping the count at 1-2. Another 1-2. This outside in the opposite batter's box from Rob. Count 2-2 to nothing. Wheeling post 1 leads Potomac Valley post 64 7-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2 pitch. That lined right over the jumping third baseman Andrew Skadra, now bobbled by Jared Marsh. Runners now at second and third with 2 outs. So, Potomac Valley post 64 stays alive. It's a single for nothing, who advances to second on the error by the left fielder. Charlton moves to third. Now batting, believe it's Kissamore unless we have another change. It is Kissamore.
Now batting number 7, Mason Kissamore.
Mason Kissamore steps in with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Pitch from Rob. Caught a strike. 0-1 count now to Kissamore. The 0-1. Hit opposite field by Kissamore, and it's down into right. 1 run will score, and that's all for now, making it 7-3 in the bottom of the 8th. So 2-out rally for Potomac Valley. They have runners on the corners as Charlton came in to score. Nothing's at third. Now Tyson Arnold up the bat.
Number 3, Tyson Arnold.
Rob sets. First pitch to Tyson Arnold from Rob is low for a ball. It's a 1-0 count with runners on the corners. A 1-0. Again low. Count now 2-0 to Arnold. And now the lead is 7-3 for Wheeling post 1 here against Potomac Valley post 64. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on the corners. It's the 2-0 lined in between shortstop and third. And another run will score, making it 7-4. So 3 straight singles for Potomac Valley post 64. And that brings the tying run up to the plate. So 2 runs here with 2 outs. Now batting
Number 8, Alex Miller.
is number 8, Alex Miller. Can Miller get his first hit? The first pitch he sees is high for a ball. Miller's 0 for 2. He came in for Hunter Harr at first base. A 1-0. Anthony's caught a strike. The count now 1-1 to Miller from Rob.
Yeah.
Both times Miller has struck out so far today. 1 swinging, 1 looking. The 1-1, he fouls this one off. The count now 1-2. Post 1. Again, 1 strike away from staying alive in this tournament and sending Potomac Valley post 64 home. Ryland Robb on the mound. Sets. 1-2 count to Alex Miller. Here's the pitch. That's a soft grounder down the first baseline. Robb gets it, tags Miller out, and that's the ball game. Potomac Valley post 64 trying to mount a comeback in the bottom of the 8th. They scored 2 runs, and it wasn't enough. So Wheeling post 1 gets the win by a final score of 7-4 here in 8 innings played. So post 1 moves on, post 64 goes home. Their season's done. They finish 16-15 overall. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then come back to wrap things up here with a post-game show. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Glessner Group has everything you need to grow and protect your business with accounting, insurance, financial solutions, and creative services. We'll put you on the path to success. Choose the Glessner Group. The Glessner Group has everything you need to grow and protect your business with accounting, insurance, financial solutions, and creative services. We'll put you on the path to success. Choose the Glessner Group.
The Berkeley County Youth Fair, a summer tradition that everyone looks forward to. Carnival rides, bull riding, truck pulls, and demo derbies. Your favorite fair food. Come support the area youth at livestock competitions and see all of their hard work. Follow us on Facebook or check us out online for the complete 2024 fair schedule. It's the Berkeley County Youth Fair. 8 action-packed days of fun for the whole family. August 3rd through the 10th.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
We welcome you back here for the post-game show as we wrap things up. Wheeling Post 1 gets the win over Potomac Valley Post 64 by a final score of 7-4. It took an extra inning of play, and that's where the big difference came between these two teams. For Wheeling Post 1, they get 7 runs on 7 hits. 2 errors. They left 6 stranded. For Potomac Valley Post 64, they have 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 left on base. So Ryland Robb gets the win on the mound for Wheeling Post 1, and the loss will go to Noah Broadwater for Potomac Valley Post 64. So let me take a look here at the bracket now and make sure we have everything correct for this one. So Wheeling Post 1 will advance to tomorrow. They will play at 4 p.m. against the loser of game number 8. And so that game number 8 is the 7 p.m. game today between Morgantown Post 2 and South Charleston Post 94. So that'll wrap things up for us here at P.L. Faulkner Park for this game. Next game will come at 1 p.m. as that is Wellsburg Post 34. It's the away team taking on the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, your host team here in Martinsburg, who will be the home team, I believe, for this one. I'll double check, just looking right now at the way the dugouts are set. So that wraps things up. Again, I'm Colin McLaughlin. Back at the studios, Dylan Bishop signing off. For this one, we'll go on air around 12:50 for the next game. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.